Hi everybody and welcome back. So today we're going to be taking a look at the SMOK Rigel kit. This is a 230 watt device and it does take two batteries that are not included, two 18650 batteries. It does come with the TFV9 sub-ohm tank and it does come with two coils. This goes up to, like I said, 230 watts. It does have a very simple menu system being that it's wattage only. So I'm going to show you everything down below. So let's go ahead and see what came in the package and then we'll go over it and then we're going to come back up, pros and cons, and we'll vape on it. So here is the SMOK Rigel kit. Okay, so here we are with the SMOK Rigel or Rigel kit. This is the box that it comes in. It's got some information here. This is what it looks like on the side. You've got your scratch off authenticity. You've also got some kit contents right there. And then inside the box, you open it up. And the first thing you're going to get is a user manual. Very, very easy to understand. It tells you everything that you need to know, including the tank. And then if you want some specifications, there's some right there. And then of course your kit contents. You're also going to get some silica gel, do not eat. You're going to get a battery reminder, meaning that if your batteries are in pristine condition, you're okay. But if they have any of these defects in it, scratches, bumps, nicks, tears, you definitely want to go ahead and get new batteries or rewrap them. And then of course you're going to get your verification information as well as your warranty card. You're going to get some extra O-rings and gaskets. You're going to get a Type-C charging cable. So this is Type-C compatible, which I think is great. And then you're going to get your device. You're going to get your tank. You're going to get a spare glass for the tank. Now, I looked everywhere. I can't find out what the capacity is with this, but I do know with the bubble glass, it's 6.5. So I'm thinking that this is like a 5 mil capacity with the straight glass. You're going to get two coils. Both of them are the same coils. I'm going to show you in here because we're going to be taking it apart. So let's go ahead and go over the TFV9 first, and then we'll go over the Rigel mod. Now, I did review this, I want to say not too long ago, with another device that they had. I have a removable 810 drip tip, but it is not a standard 810 because it does have the O-rings on it. This does have that child-proof cap, which I really, really like to fill. What you're going to do is you're going to find your arrow right there. You're going to lift and push back where the arrow is. And then it's going to swing back, and that's where you're going to fill your e-liquid. Then when you close it up, it's going to do the same thing. It'll lock back down. So this has to be lifted up in order to slide it. So it's not going to accidentally open in your pocket or in your purse. It does say TFV9 right there. It is a 28 millimeter in diameter tank, and it does say designed by SMOK. You do have a protruding 510. On the bottom, you have that new airflow design that they've come out with. So this is basically like giving you like two little slits of airflow on each side, almost making it like you've got 4 different airflow holes because they did put a split in it. And whatever you do to one side, it does happen to the other. So down, you can close it down to just one on each side, which I think is great, or you can have it fully open, whichever way that you want. And then to open it up, all you do is you unscrew the bottom like this. Once you do, the coil is right there. If you want to put the straight glass on, you can actually take this off and put the straight glass. I personally like the bubble glass better. And then you can remove your coil to change it, or you can go ahead and take it out. And this is what the base looks like. This again is the V9 coil. This does have a rating of 0.15. There it is. 0.15, best between 40 to 90 watts. And it is a mesh coil. Very, very similar to some other devices that they have come out with that use the V9 coil. Very, very nice. So we'll go ahead and put that back in. Now, whenever you are using a coil for the first time, I do suggest going ahead and priming up your coil. That means putting some e-liquid around where you see some cotton and just a drop in the top. This just helps it get saturated faster. You don't have to do that. If you don't want to do that, you don't have to. Just once you fill it up, leave it for about 10 minutes and you'll be fine. This does just speed it up a little bit, so you're only waiting maybe like 5 minutes. So I just put a little bit right here, a little bit right there, and then a little bit just right on the cotton that's right there. I'm not filling it up or anything. I'm just putting it on the cotton. And then you just screw it back into the base. Just like this. Get that in there, and then we're going to go ahead and fill it. So just lift this up where you see the arrow. Slide it back. There we go. And then again, it does hold 6.5 mils of e-liquid, and you just fill it up. And that's it. And then slide it back. and it's all ready to go. Now all you want to do is just let it saturate for a few minutes before you start using it. So now let's take a look at the mod. Now this is the newest star of the show. So this is the Rigel or Rigel mod, R-I-G-E-L, that's what it says on the box. So this is their newest mod. This does take two 18650 batteries. They are not included. So on top you do have a spring-loaded 510, and this does fit up to a 28 millimeter atomizer. The dimensions are actually 88 millimeters by 44 millimeters by 28.8 at the widest part. So you can fit up to a 28 millimeter atomizer. It does have the Type-C charging port, and then you've got your down, your up, and your fire button right there. It does say SMOK. On the back it says Rigel. And then on the bottom, you do have some battery ventilation, and where you would think that you're filling your batteries or putting in your batteries, you don't. It's actually got a little cutout right here so that you can lift this up. And this is, you can hear how strong the magnets are. It's got two very, very strong magnets right there. And then it's got your battery orientation listed right there. I really wish it was in white, but you've got negative, positive, and then positive, negative. And it does have a ribbon, battery ribbon, which I do appreciate because sometimes it's hard to get the batteries out if not. So what you're going to do is just go ahead and put that over there, positive down, negative up, wrap it right down, and then you're going to do positive up, negative down like that, and then just put on your battery door. It fits really, really nice, and once it's on there, it doesn't move or anything like that. Really, really nice feeling. Now to turn it on, it is 5 clicks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 will turn the device on. And this is a wattage only mode type of device. So it's 5 clicks on, 5 clicks off. You can't change it to any other type of like temperature control or voltage or anything like that. It's literally wattage only, which I think is really cool and really helpful, especially for beginners. Now on it, you're going to see your battery indications here. You're also going to see your wattage, your voltage, which will show when you're firing it, your resistance once the atomizer's on it, your puff counter, and your time vaped. That means that the amount of time that you've actually pressed the fire button. Now there are a couple shortcuts. The first one's going to be to lock the entire device. It's 3 clicks, 1, 2, 3. That locks everything. That's locking your fire button, and it's going to lock your wattage up and down. 1, 2, 3 unlocks it. And then if you want to lock just the wattage, which is the way I like to vape, I would just press the plus and minus at the same time. Now the wattage is locked, but you can still vape it. To unlock, you do the same thing. Now, if you want to change the colors on the screen, I currently have it on green to be matchy-matchy, but you can change it. Just press your fire and your up at the same time, just tapping it. And then you've got red, you've got yellow, purple, white, blue, and green. So you can actually change your colors. The last shortcut feature is going to be your minus and your fire button. This is if you want to clear your puffs, just choose yes, press your fire button, and the puff counter is clear. So that's pretty much it. This does go from 1 watt all the way up to 230 watts. And it does round robin, which I think is amazing that they started doing that. So you don't have to worry about going back up or down. You can actually do it because it round robins, whether you go up or down. So that's pretty much it for the Rigel kit by SMOK. Let's go ahead and put the tank on it. And then we'll take it on top and we're going to have a vape and we're going to talk about it, pros and cons. Okay, so here we are back on top with the SMOK Rigel kit. I just keep wanting to say by SMOK, but it's SMOK. It's the Rigel kit by SMOK. That makes me feel a little bit better. So before anything, let's go ahead and have a vape and then we'll talk more about it. Absolutely flavorful. These coils, I actually have them in another device that I have for the RPM 160 V9, and let me tell you something, super flavorful. Mesh coils automatically are flavorful, but they're really enhancing every single time they come out with new coils. I find that SMOK is actually enhancing the flavors even more, which you wouldn't think is possible, but it is, and it's amazing. Now with this device, the best thing about it, I think, in my opinion, is going to be the fact that it's wattage only. Not because I don't like temperature control or variable voltage or anything like that, but because for a beginner kit, I think that it should be wattage only. I really agree with that, especially with new vapors that are coming on and people that are quitting and coming on to vaping. I feel like it's a lot easier just having the one type of setting that they need to worry about, rather than, you know, maybe by accident it goes into temperature control or it goes in and they don't know how to work it. So I think that it coming with just wattage, I think is really, really great. It does go up to a full 230 watts, but of course the coils are not made for 230 watts. The coils are only, the resistance of the coil is best between 40 to 90, no more than that. You definitely don't want to take it too far up because you will burn out the mesh, but you can vape any lower than 40 watts if you want. So if you want to vape this at 20 watts, you can do it. You just can't go over the max. So I think that that's great. Also, it uses two 18650 batteries. They are not included, but they fit so well in this battery door that they have. You don't have to worry about opening the bottom or anything like that. You literally just flip this over, and it does come with a battery ribbon, which I think is really, really great to help you get it out. The tank itself, I think, is great. I have no problems with the tank. The only thing that I've ever noticed with the tanks that come from SMOK is that when you first get them, they are super hard to open and they are super hard to get the coils out. Other than that, once you've done it one time, it's fine. But I do want to mention that just in case you're having that frustration, just so that you know that it happens to all of us. So I want to let you know about that. Now the mod itself, again, it's very lightweight compared to having, even with two batteries in it, it's still lightweight. It's not overly heavy, which I do appreciate. And I love the ergonomic feel to it. Even though I'm a thumb fire, it still feels comfortable in the hand. But if you're a finger fire, it still feels comfortable in the hand, no matter which way you're holding it, which I really, really do like. Now for me, a huge pro is definitely the whole, you can lock your wattage. That to me is definitely important, especially if I'm firing with my finger, because your fingers lay on the keys or on the up and down wattage controls. So if you don't want to worry about accidentally changing your wattage and you don't know about it, I would definitely recommend locking your wattage so that you can't change it once you find your sweet spot. Other than that, I really have nothing else to say. I've looked for things to come up with for cons, and I haven't found any yet. The flavor is incredible. The tank is incredible. The airflow, I really like the new way that they put the slit in the middle of the airflow. It literally feels like it's more rounded airflow. It doesn't feel like it's just going through one hole and out another. It really feels well-rounded for me. So I like that they started doing that. Another huge pro is going to be that new top fill, where it's got that safety cap on it so that it's not going to swivel or open on its own when it's in your pocket or in your purse. So I really like that. Again, it goes up to 230 watts. I would never use it at 230 watts, but being that they did make it that way, I think that that's great. It does round robin, so if you do go up too high, just keep going. It'll come right back to the beginning, which again is another huge pro. Also, I love color changing displays, and they do it for most of their devices. Some they don't, but for most of them they do. And I really like that I can actually change the color of my display. That to me is another huge pro. Other than that, it does have Type-C charging, but for me, I don't recommend charging within the device. I always recommend an external charger. It saves on your battery life as well as your device life, in my opinion. And again, this is just my opinion. You can do whatever you want. Once it's yours, it's yours. But yeah, so I really like the fact that if you do need to do it, you've got Type-C charging, so it makes it fast. And that is 2 amp fast charging as well. So that's good. Other than that, I think that it's super easy to use. That to me is the biggest pro about this thing, is the simplicity. And I think that this is definitely now catering more to those that are transitioning. And I think that it's a more user-friendly kit. So yeah, so that's pretty much it for my review. I'm going to go ahead and leave all the colors up here for you. It does come in a bunch of colors. You can also purchase just the tank separately if you choose that you want to do that. They do sell it separately, but this does come as a kit as a whole if you want to purchase it all together, which is usually the way that I do it. But yeah, so that's pretty much it for my review. Let me know down in the comments, what do you think about it? Now, I love this green. I love green. Green is literally my favorite color anyway, other than pink. green is my next favorite. And it does have like that ombre type of look to it, which I really like. And it feels like rubbery. And that's another pro I forgot to mention. It's got that like that non-slip rubberiness to it, which I really, really appreciate. So yeah, so that's it for my review. Now I'm going to go off. Now I'm done. I'm done for the day. I promise you. No more nothing. I'm just done. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next one.